In the 70s, when I was a child, most families were too poor to buy toys. I remember clearly during my childhood, it consists mainly of tree climbing, catching spiders, and of course boys being boys, playing with rubber band guns and bois cherry guns. We would often dig through the trash to salvage any wooden parts and materials to build our own guns, and the design is only limited to our own creativity. We would often compete with one another about our guns' designs and participate in real life paintball or painful ball, especially where bois cherry guns are involved. Hi, I'm Patrick. Welcome to my place. Today I'm going to show you what we used to play when we were kids during the 70s. This is called a bois cherry gun, and these are the materials that we use to make very simple materials. These are scraped wood that I salvage off the bin. Alright, this happens to be a plywood and a clothes bag, wooden one preferred, but we will only use half of it later. A couple of rubber bands, nails or screws, screwdriver if you are using screws, hammer if you use a nail. Alright, and to simulate the bois cherry, which is actually Malay for bois means fruit, cherry is cherry. So it's a type of cherry tree that's quite abundant in the 60s, 70s and 80s, but now unfortunately you don't see them anymore. So I'm going to simulate these bois cherry using modern material. Tissue paper that I wet, you can still see some water coming out, and a couple of sheets of aluminum foil. Alright, that's how we do it. First, we select a piece of wood and then we saw it to the shape of almost like a gun or something that's long, and then with a small grip at the end here, and then a small cut off here in order to fit this peg. Alright, so this is how we do it now. Alright, I've pre-drilled a hole right through here at this end in order to accommodate the screw. So we put in the screw, not all the way, just leave maybe about 2 mm. Alright, and then we do the same on this side, and this will be for anchoring the rubber band that will be used as the power behind this bois cherry gun. Alright, that's it for now. And now for the trigger part, you need a wooden peg. We use only half a wooden peg. Place it centrally aligned across the barrel. Then we use a rubber band. We just simply bend it on. In the old days, you either make your toy and get to play, or if you don't make, you just watch. Nobody will make for you, and you can't buy this stuff. Okay, this is the trigger. Very simple mechanism. You just grip the stalk of the bois cherry, and then when you push down, it releases. Next, we will need 4 regular rubber bands, the same bands that you get from the hawker. We need to make 3 of them into 1 longer rubber band. You just simply loop them through, and the last one. So we have 3 bands, string as 1. Now we're going to put this one end onto here and the other end onto here. So we have it looped this way. But how do we secure it here? By another rubber band this way. Do figure 8. That's it. The rubber band won't come off. Now that the bois cherry gun is made and ready to shoot, we need to make the ammunition or the ammo. As I said, in the old days we had bois cherry trees abundantly, but now it's almost impossible to find it. So I have made simulate the wachery by making it with modern materials. I will be using these modern materials to simulate the wachery as the ammunition by using wet tissues, turning them into balls, and aluminum foils. This is how we make them. We place the wet tissue here and we pull it down this way, somewhere in the middle, fold here, and then we twist them in, and then twist the tail. It's now shaped almost like a tadpole. Actually, it simulates the wachery. It looks like the wachery fruit, and this is the stalk of the fruit that we use to grip with the trigger. Alright, and this is how we load it. Take the stalk, press the trigger, put the stalk in. The rubber band, put it over. It's now loaded and it's ready to shoot. And this is how you shoot. Press the trigger, watch. Alright, apart from wachery gun that we used to play last time, we also built our own rubber band guns. Yes, using rubber bands as projectile, we can build guns that actually shoot rubber bands. So this is one of the models that I have designed and built, and it's just using strips of wood that are cut to shape. Whatever shape is basically up to your imagination. This will be the trigger, and it also has a little eye hook here to hold a rubber band as a string, as a spring, return spring. This is the rotor made of a piece of plywood, and these are satay stick, which is used as axles and little screws to hold it together. Now we take one of the axles, put it into the rotor, alright, and another axle to put into the trigger. Okay, something like that. So here we go, we're going to assemble it. This is the rotor, put it here on the top hole. The trigger, I will need to have a piece of rubber band as the trigger return spring. I'll double it for a bit more strength, and then we will hook this rubber band over this nail here, and it goes into the lower hole. This is how the trigger and the rotor work to release a loaded rubber band. So watch, I'll load the rubber band. So imagine this rubber band is loaded here. You see that it is trapped by the trigger. It's not able to move. So if I were to pull the trigger now, the rubber band has been released. And finally, we assemble by putting up the last panel over, and then we screw it up. Screw the parts together. And the last round. Now we are ready to shoot. Let's do some shooting. And now we're going to shoot the rubber band gun. Watch. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. For the younger audience, I hope that this gives you an idea of how your parents used to play when they were young with their homemade toys.